And welcome everybody to WAFFLEBOARD Breaks. Nothing going on right now. We got extra inning baseball in the playoffs. We got the third night of hockey, full slate. Everybody's going at it. Lots of games on, lots of games still on. So make sure you guys are tearing yourself away from whatever you're viewing, or you got it on split screen, or you got it on your computer. We're going to get here. We're going to do a box, 29 boxes tonight. It's the nitty gritty. We got 5 to go before the reload tonight. And then, of course, Sunday's 2. And then next 2 weeks, next 2 boxes, Tuesday and Thursday. The last boxes before the reload goes in. So I got to get those pictures up probably over the next couple of days. At least some previews to you guys. Teasers. What up? Action packed, man. Action packed. Flames. Man, Uyghur. I said, obviously, Zari. I mean, they just kept scoring. I kept watching Flames. I mean, they, you know what? They got down early, then they ended up coming back, and I'm telling you, they're not nothing to mess around. Obviously, they had their money on Wolf being their man. That was fun watching. Like I said, I like seeing these teams take the next steps. Obviously, Calgary's one of those ones out west. Interesting to see how they can make some noise out there. It's tough. The Western Conference right now, I think, has much better top-end teams in the East. East teams kind of have a war of attrition in the East. Obviously, the Maple Leafs, have one of the best records, and the Caps did, but Caps probably going to take a step back. Maybe even the Leafs. Let's see how they do without Marner. They played great against Montreal first game. Obviously, Tampa's got to show that they can stick with the big boys. Rangers, of course, they're there, right there in the top 4 or 5 teams, obviously, in the East, trying to, get themselves right again. Carolina, of course. And then everybody else is kind of like looking to make the next step. So, yes. Is that what it was? That's it. So Thomas M chemically got himself ready for the rest of the game. That's how it is. I'm okay with that. You need to keep your heartbeat steady with the Flames coming. That's the best thing. So yeah, no, like I said, I'm always happy to see the Flames do well. Like I said, I rooted for the Oilers a lot of my early life, but of course, once Fuhrer was gone, and then they broke down that team. Kipper became my guy. That's like I said, I got the huge Kipper wall clinging on my wall. Kipper's one of my all-time favorite players. So, I mean, I definitely enjoyed his stint there. Obviously there's some good Flames. Obviously, Goudreau had his moments there. Of course, Iginla is one of the greatest Flames ever. As long as I get from that generation as opposed to the earlier generation where they were rivals with the Oil, obviously the Vernon and the Gary Roberts and the Hakan Lubes and the Neuendijk, of course, and he's moved on and won cups in Dallas and New Jersey after leaving the Flames. But that's the late '80s. Part of the Flames I'm not as fond of, but everything after that, like I said, Kipper had some unbelievable moments. They retired his number last year, came over from Finland for the ceremony. That was pretty cool. But like I said, the Flames are a good young team. They had some great players recently. They just can't seem to keep them. Obviously, the Huberdeau trade wasn't terrible because I think Uyghur is one of the best defensemen. They've drafted some really good young defensemen that are behind him, probably taking his place over the next couple of years. But that Uyghur Huberdeau trade, it was made. They need the talent they got back was good. It's just that Matthew Tkachuk is almost like a unicorn. Like I said, once he's able to spread his wings a little bit in Florida, and now you see him winning cups down there. His brother is the same way. They're really elements from a past age, talented forwards offensively, and they got some grit to them, and they bring everything you need to win, But I mean, like I said, Huberdeau, bounced back after having an off year, had a pretty decent year last year. They're just trying to get their cast, and their young players need to take next steps. Obviously, got some really good young defensemen. Obviously, some good young forwards. Like see Coronado scored last night. So I mean, like I said, they got talent. I watched enough of that Flame game last night. But like I said, it wasn't my only watch. But like I said, it was definitely something. Obviously the Dodgers just won, so now my 2 least favorite baseball teams are gone. Yankees, of course, my Jays took them out, and the Phillies. So I mean, that's at this point in time, I'm happy. Like I said, I'd love to see the Jays win. Love to see the Jays take whoever survives the Detroit Seattle series and then get to the World Series. Obviously, we now have the Dodgers and Brewers Cubs. Cubs have scored 3-run home run the bottom of the first, defending a home turf. Obviously, they're going to make that go back to third or back to Milwaukee for game 5, which is crazy. I said, obviously, Dodgers obviously have some chinks in their armor. They're not perfect teams top to bottom. But like I said, the bottom of the order ended up coming through with the game-winning run, and they knock out the Phillies. So there you go. Phillies battled back, won game 3 yesterday, just like the Yankees came back and won game 3. And, Toronto reasserted themselves, and the Dodgers closed it out today. So baseball playoffs are full bore. Obviously, Cubs and Brewers is huge. Phillies are gone. Whew, so good. I'm not watching the football. I know the Eagles are playing the Giants is the other element of the Philadelphia sports world playing tonight. But like I said, hockey's been, like I said, I've been bouncing through the games. Of course, you get the free preview before you switch to purchasing ESPN Plus. But yeah, on TV, you can watch all the stuff free. And then get the ESPN Plus to catch all the out of town games. So, like I said, it's hockey is here. Hockey is here. Some good young players making noise already. So Matthew Schaefer had assists on the first Islander goal of the year. They're not a good team, but they're going to entertain. They got some good players. We'll see if they can stay healthy. Barzal, of course. I love Horvat. Of course, we've had him in our boxes numerous times. Obviously, they signed Shabanov from over in Russia. He scored tonight. So, yes, the Islanders are going to be fun to watch. I don't think they're going to be good, but it's going to be fun to watch. Entertaining hockey, to me, if it's not going to be a bowl game, is just as important as seeing great hockey. Obviously, watching, McDavid and Draisaitl last night, I mean, those dudes are amazing watching them play. Like I said, but we know they're not a great team. Obviously, that went to the shootout, and Skinner gave up the losing goal in the shootout. Like Skinner's going to Skinner. Obviously they're going to win a lot of big games. They're going to win 8-2. They're going to win 8-4. But the Flames showed that they had. I mean, the Battle of Roberta is always going to be bloody. It was good to see Calgary come back and take that one in the shootout, was just good. Man, the overtime was insanity. I mean, talking like if it went 4 more seconds, Edmonton might even scored one. Like, it was insane, even in the overtime. But that was fun. That's hockey. Obviously you want to stay up late to catch the West Coast games. They said baseball's got people pulling their hair out. It was good. It was good rest. Waking up, having the Jays taking out the Yankees was it was, like I said, obviously the Blue Jays had lost before this year. They had lost 7 straight playoff games. They lost 3 straight years with 0-2 in the wild card round. And then, of course, they lost the last game of the series. They were eliminated back in 2016, I think. No, 2016, when they got eliminated in the divisional rounds. What was it, Kansas City? I don't remember. Like I said, so long ago at this point in time, I don't remember the last time they won a playoff game. So beating the Yankees the first 2 in Toronto and just flexing their muscles and just getting contributions from bottom of the order guys. No, Calgary, Vancouver tonight. That's right. They played back-to-back nights or 2 out of 3 nights. So, yeah, that's going to be entertaining. Obviously, Vancouver's got some talent. I love my boy, the Flow. So you see if the Flow can get out there. Let's see how that is. That's gonna be fun. Obviously, I root for the Flames because I got more of the players I enjoy on my fantasy teams. I'm a big Mackenzie Weegar guy, so he's been on my dynasty team. So definitely gonna be entertaining to watch that game. Late games are great. So we'll get the box broken here. We'll be down to 28 boxes for Sunday, 28 and 27. The last double box break before the reload. I think I saw earlier there wasn't a single bid on a single spot. I know you guys wait till the last moment. That's cool. I remember doing the same thing, but I used to always bid on spots early just to get a placeholder, just so I get like reminders of something that's ending. But yeah, whatever your method is, everybody's got different methodologies and strategies. But yeah, so expect after tonight, I'm sure the bids will come fast and furious. I got a couple jerseys I just shipped off the JSA for a COA today. Like I did with the Cujo. So the Cujo was quite happy with how quickly that came back to me, and that's in one of the boxes now. Another one I got that didn't have a COA that I'm 100% positive on, and I got one for my PC that didn't have the COA. So those went out today to JSA up in North Jersey. So I should receive them back. Probably not in time for this reload, it looks like, but definitely for the following reload. So always working on the following reload. And then, like I said, the one I got for myself, just something I really didn't expect to see. Grabbed it relatively cheap because it had no COA, and I expect it to be perfectly fine when it comes back to me. So it was an Evgeny Nabokov San Jose Sharks rookie number 35 before he switched to 20, which was obviously for Trediak, but he had 35 his rookie year with San Jose. It was a nice CCM. No, it's Coho. It's a Coho. Then Evgeny Nabokov, I'm wearing 35 black Sharks jersey, and I'm like, I don't have a black Sharks jersey in my PC, and that's my boy Nabby. So I snagged that, under what they should go for, because you never see Nabby autos. But it was here. He was here for I remember it was a party. The guy got it from there was I think they had a charity night, and he was here and he signed it. He signed it with 35 too, which is funny. Like sometimes these guys change numbers, and you get always interested to see what they sign, what their number is. But he did sign the 35, which is cool. And obviously I grabbed that. The guy was selling a lot of his Sharks collection, and I grabbed that one. None of them were COA, so I knew if I had to grab anything else, I'd have to ship it off. But the Natty for myself, the other jersey I picked up elsewhere, and that's shipped off today too. So nonstop here, WAFFLEBOARD breaks, whether it's stuff coming in, stuff going out, stuff going out for COAs. Boxes are in. I think I have to start building them, obviously, since the reload is now 5 jerseys, 5 boxes away. But here we are. We got 10 boxes on the shelves. And then, of course, we have the 19 boxes on the table. There's 2 rows of 6, 1 row of 7. So there we go. So good luck, everybody. Cannot wait to see what comes out. Pretty good crowd tonight. We got Thomas, CK, Jason R, Adam R, Larry V, Dale C, grab some spots, Dale L. Brett G is back tonight. He's off his first ever hit, so congratulations to him. What else we got? We got Big Al, of course, showed up late, grabbed a couple spots. He's here. Mike H. My good to see Mike H back again. Who else we missing? Am I missing those? Oh, Nick F. Looking for the one spot luck. That happens. Like I said, I never begrudge anybody just grabbing the spot, because that one spot magic happens. Closer mojo happens. We know. One spot magic happens. So we'll see. So we got about 11, 12 people, I think. So it's a pretty good crowd. Like I said, with only 29 boxes, they go pretty fast and furious. I appreciate everybody for getting the fill. Like I said, enjoying whatever games you're watching. The baseball game, Phillies Dodgers is done. Cubs Brewers is on. Lots of hockey for the rest of the night. So we'll get done here. Then you get you guys back to whatever games you got to watch, because they're all free right now. Whatever cable company you have, you get the free preview for the first week or so. So every game is available. So make sure you tune in. I'm gonna see what's left so I can get onto the games and catch the late stuff. So I even check. Obviously, Vancouver is playing late. So I'm going to be watching them. The Giants seem to be beating the Eagles. God, that's horrendous. The fact that they're even making a game. Obviously, they're playing at home, but the Eagles are still defending Super Bowl champions, 4-1. They should not be close game with the Giants, but we'll see how it goes. Bolts end up getting beat tonight by Ottawa. That game is just about over. They didn't look good. Obviously, Claude Giroux shining with a goal in the last minute. Pinto had an amazing goal to tie it, and then he got his another goal to push him up 4-3 in the third. So they said obviously now I don't think Vasilevsky's not in mid-season form yet. He didn't play anything in preseason. So hopefully he can get his stuff in gear in the crease, and the Tampa Bay can get their act together. But we'll see. They'll have a lot to work on if they've obviously fallen 5-3 to Ottawa. I told you Ottawa's one of those teams like the Devils And who else in the East? Devils, Ottawa, and somebody else. I guess make some noise. Not going to be the Islanders. Not going to be. I mean, not going to be the Red Wings. Not going to be the Sabres. But obviously, the Devils and Ottawa are two of the teams I think going to make some noise this year. I will say, Olmark, my man Olmark, he's definitely winning the game tonight against Tampa. Obviously, I like their rookie that played last year, Levy. So we'll see if they have a nice tandem. And Ottawa's, like I said, Ottawa's been building to the draft. They got some good talent. Obviously, Brady Tkachuk is a unicorn as well. We'll see if he can get a cup. Obviously, his brother's got one. His dad never got one, but they're definitely going to see if Ottawa makes some noise this year. Would not be surprised. So good luck, everybody. Let's get going. We're going to do one box tonight. Let me get this going. We got a lot of people in the room. Yeah, at least now we had a little over 10 earlier, so 9 right now, according to the statistics. Let me get my randomizer up. Okay, here we go. Here's our boxes. 5 or more is what we always do for our dice roll, of course, with my boxes. Here are the boxes in order. 81, still there from May, which is not that long ago, but it still seems to be getting a little longer. May, 2 from late June, 23, 32. Then 39 through 48 is the July. August, there's only 5 boxes left from August, 57 through 65. And then 15 from the last reload. So still 15 boxes from the last reload, 67 all the way through 86. So here we go. All the boxes are there in order. 29 boxes, 15 from the last reload, so slightly better than 50 chance we're going to hit one from this last reload. But we've been knocking out old stuff pretty regularly, even though there's still 3 from before July left. So we'll see. Good luck, everybody. Like I said, I'm not upset with anything that hits. You guys have earned the old stuff and the new stuff. I can't wait to see some of the stuff show up. So good luck, everybody. No double boxes. We will do 5 or more on a dice roll. 7 times. The most common dice roll, of course, is 7. So here we go. 7 times the list. There it is. 29 items. No double boxes. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. 5. 6. And the box we're going to open tonight is going to be box number 73. There he is. Talk about the reload. 73. 50-50 chance. And there it is. 7 times. Box 73. 7 times. Box 73. So now we have 50-50 chance on Sunday as well. 28 boxes left. 14 from this last reload. So here we go. Good luck, everybody. 73. Where's my boxes? 73 it is. Okay. There's 10 people still alive. 15 boxes. Box 73. Box 73. There it is. I guess maybe no. I'll wait till I have this weekend to move everything over to the middle. So we got 9 boxes left on the shelf. And 19 on the table. So there we go. Box 73. Cool. Cooch got the goal with they're down 5-4 though. So Cooch had the second goal of the game. He missed one earlier that he knew he should have banged in on the back end. Beautiful saucer pass by Point right down to the goal line. He didn't even hit the crossbar. He backhanded it up high, but Cooch is my man. I saw 2 goals early. He didn't have a single point. One of them, I think one of them was a power play goal. I was like, he didn't get dinged up, did he? Just making sure. Gensel had a couple assists early. I got Gensel in my 1-year jersey league. So I want Gensel to do well. I want Cooch to do well. I want Hedman to do well. I want Bassey to do well. I want all my bolts to do well. So there we go. Box 73. Let's see what we got. This is going to be This one's nice. Oh, this one's nice. I wasn't sure who had this one. This is a beauty. Chicago Blackhawks Fanatics. Oh, unbelievable. Alex DeBrincat, the cat. Man, if you don't watch, obviously in Detroit now, he's kind of a hometown boy. He's from the area there, in suburbs of Detroit. But Alex DeBrincat, Chicago Blackhawks. This is an absolutely beautiful jersey, guys. This is one I almost kept for myself. So I don't have the DeBrincat in the PC. I like the DeBrincat. He's just one of those real nice score. Fanatics alternate. There we go. This is gorgeous. Alex DeBrincat, black, and this has got like the felt numbers. Just the texture of these is unbelievable. Obviously, Fanatics jersey, Fanatics COA. There it is. Absolutely gorgeous. Such a nice jersey. Such a nice, like I said, Fanatics, you can do yay or nay on them, but when they do them right with the felt numbers with this, because obviously the front, like a lot of Fanatics jerseys have the foldable crest, which are one texture. This is not. This has got the unbelievable. This is amazing crest. Unbelievable. This is the multi-textured. What's that? Velvet? Like I said, this is absolutely beautiful. Chicago Blackhawks alternate. Obviously, they have the cup years in the hem there, the seat, the collar. 34, 38, 61, 2010, 2013, 2015. There it is. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Should have kept that one for myself, but you guys benefit. Gotta be. Keep my stuff as under a suitable number for myself. But there we go. You guys benefit. I think I've had the Brinket. I think I had a Brinket Red Blackhawks was in many, many moons ago. That came out of my PC as well. So there we go. Alex DeBrincat, Chicago Blackhawks alternate. And that goes to Adam R. Where it is. Congratulations, Adam R. Very, very nice. Like that was one I would be jealous of. Such a beautiful jersey. Like I said, I'm not going to be too jealous. Obviously, hitting the Monster McDavid and the Hagel over at Big Al's has got me on a high for a while, but I'm still fighting. Still make sure to get back to Big Al's. I know he's got a couple on Monday, and he's trying to get his extra 10, but we'll definitely be over there on Monday. I think he's still doing 2, so we'll do the last 2 he has on the table if the other ones haven't arrived yet. So we'll get over there for Big Al's boxes, East Coast boxes. Still got some amazing hits left. Obviously, the How is the community hit. It's worth hitting. So we got to get a spot to have the shot. That's the way I hit the McDavid. So How is available. And Larry knows the drill. Got to have a spot to have a shot. So get over to Big Al's on Monday. Be back here on Tuesday after obviously Sunday is our double box. So make sure you get your bids in on Sunday. 28, 1 in 28 and 1 in 27 are our box odds on Sunday. No double boxes, so every spot, has a chance. We'll do 1 in 28 and 1 in 27. So very, very nice. Like I said, I've been something wishy-washy in some of the Fanatics, but these, like I said, I think it's similar to obviously the jerseys, the New Jersey Devils. But like something about the black jerseys with the felt numbers is just unbelievable. So that's real cool. Obviously, it's tough with the SIG on that, but this one seemed to work really well. Like the felt sharper they did on the felt numbers worked out really well. I mean, there's no real danger of fading or bleeding. I mean, it just looks real good on the number. So not something, of course, you want to throw in your washing machine, but I think it'll look great. No matter what you do with it, hang it, display it. Just as beautiful to Brinket. Big fan, great score. Not a little underrated. People don't watch him as much. A little guy, but he can put it in the net. Obviously, with Detroit that's the other team. Detroit taking the next steps, trying to get back to being a legit, playoff contender. Obviously, Stevie Y is a bit on the hot seat there, but he's a legend in Detroit, and he's put together some good teams. Obviously, Mo Sider and Dylan Larkin's a great captain. Mo Sider on defense. They got good talent. They got good guys coming too. Danielson, the Brinkat puts up his numbers every year. So Very, very nice. Yeah, congratulations. Congratulations, Adam. Very good. Like I said, it's good to see new people hit. I don't mind people going on crazy streaks, but it's always nice to see when random people hit. Like I said, we had a couple people hit their first hits last weekend. That's always fun. Of course, people, long time targets, but obviously anything coming out of the reload is only been here a couple weeks. So unbelievable. Just love seeing these come out. Like I said, I couldn't wait to show up to the Brinket because that's one I wanted to keep myself. And just showing some restraint, you guys get a shot at it. So there we go. Alex the Brinket going Adam R. Congratulations. Sorry for everybody, of course, that did not hit. You know your odds. You're in the 20s. We're going to be in the 20s for the next 5 jerseys. So 2 on Sunday, then next Tuesday and Thursday. My reload, I might not have to go full 16, so it might be just like a 15 or even 14. I might just hold a couple back for the following reload. So I like having, getting us down to I'm able to get down to the mid 20s without having to get down to 22 and 21, which is just insane. It doesn't help me, doesn't help you guys. The spot prices never get too crazy once we, get to this point. Like right now, we're probably close to where it's going to be next week. Nobody will go more than $1 or $2 at the most. But this is it. Last double box Sunday, then the last 2 Facebook claims next Tuesday and Thursday. So get back to the games, guys. Get back to the hockey. Enjoy the rest of the playoff baseball tonight. I'll see everybody back here on Sunday for 2 boxes. Thank you much. Waffleboard Breaks loves everybody stopping by. Love the new guys. Love the old guys. We're just a fun team. Now that hockey's here, full bore, we'll be getting into the goodies going into the regular season. So thank you much, guys. I'll see you on Sunday. Take care. Waffleboard Breaks is out of here.